why he ignores you. Hello, my name is Chengi, your dating and relationship expert of Chengi's World, and you, my precious one, are my world. My job here is to teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status, high worth woman that men find irresistible. Whether you are in a dating relationship or in a relationship, this channel is for you. Okie dokie, so why are you being ignored? Let's start with the girls that are dating. Why are you being ignored? Usually a man will ignore a woman if A, he's not really interested in you, he's just not that into you, and more than that, you are in pursuit mode of him. A masculine man is gonna pull back and not respond to you at all if he feels like he is being chased. Okay, so being chased usually comes from neediness. Ladies, this need for constant attention, this need to be worrying, what is he doing, what is he thinking, and constantly being on your man's case, texting him 3-4 times a day, sending him essays, doing all of these things. Whether you've just met him or you are in a dating relationship, having too much of yourself, you can be too much, you can present too much, you can be there too much. You might want to see him every day, you want to talk to him every day and every minute, every hour, every second of the day, past the usual and initial sort of bonding session where there's a bit of going back and forth. A man can just feel like overwhelmed, and the only thing that he can do is not speak to you. Because if he was to say to you, you know what, can we just back it up and slow it down, you would feel some kind of way. You would feel rejected, you would feel like you're not quite winning with him, or he would hurt your feelings. And men do not want to hurt girls' feelings if they're genuine, decent guys. So he is going to just disappear. He's going to ignore you. He's gonna not answer you until he feels that he's now in a healthy, safe space. And sometimes if he ignores you for too long, then it becomes difficult for him to come back. So, or you were crazy. You were just so crazy, and he doesn't feel that he can actually communicate and rationalize with you because you're crazy. Okay, now I don't know what crazy looks like, but I'm assuming it's showing up at his house, scratching his car, demanding things that you are not yet at the stage of the relationship to demand, asking him questions you got no business asking him, and just simply being one of those psychopaths. Okay, so in which case it would be understandable for him to ignore you. Okay, if he feels he's got other options and you are just not top of the options list, then he might be wanting to just ignore you. You have to understand something about men is they don't like to close their options. They don't want to be optionless. They don't want to be sitting there with 0 women because they've been noble with every single last one of them. And so therefore, because I've been noble, I now have no one to turn to on a cold and lonely night. So if he ignores you, there's no way you can interpret where he's been. He can always come back and give you a story, and if you were willing to take it, then pretty much he's ghosted you, and he can just come back and give you a story and you will accept it, right? So but being ignored, and if you're in a relationship and your partner is ignoring you, or your husband or your partner is ignoring you, then that is something that you really need to have a conversation about. That's something that you really need to call to his attention by simply saying, darling, I would like to have a conversation about our relationship. Is this a good time for us to have that conversation? Make an appointment with him. And if he's willing and you say, I would like it to be today, then we can just at least get this out of the way. So in which case, we can begin to sort of move things forward. So, and then hopefully you can now have that conversation with him and say, darling, I feel, and remember always to speak from your feminine, which is your feelings. I feel that, you are ignoring me, and I would like to know what I can do to make things better. If there's anything that I can do to make us do better as a couple. Okay, so offer to do something to make it better. Don't just say, I want to know what it is and when you're going on, but what can I do to fix it? Now, it may be something that you haven't done, or he just may not be wanting to communicate something that is going on the inside of him. But make sure that that conversation is had, because you are in a relationship and there's a degree of commitment and investment that has taken place, and you are entitled to a conversation. You're not entitled to an answer, you're not entitled to much more, but you are certainly entitled to a conversation if you've been in a relationship and you have been investing. But for those of you who are dating and he begins to ignore you, the only thing that you can really do is perhaps send him a message saying, hi there, I haven't heard from you for a long time. Trusting all is well as you've fallen off grid. Just was thinking about you, or I saw a film that we were discussing the other day and I thought about you. So send him something interesting that is out of the blue, that is not, hi, I miss you, how you doing? Oh, I miss you, I wish we could just spend some more time together. Send him something that would have been of interest. If you guys are talking about cars, and say, oh, I just saw that your favorite car, just drive by and take a picture of it, or and I thought of you, just making sure everything is okay. And then give him space, lean back and let him come to you. If he doesn't come to you, you have options. Okay, so if you're part of Chengi's world, then you have options, and you are high value, and you know your worth, and you know your high status. So, and if you haven't got a copy of my book, Position for I Do, make sure you grab a copy from my website, chengisworld.co.uk. You can grab yourself a copy, and if you're really, really good and just leave a little message, I will sign it for you. How exciting. I'll see you soon on my next video. Take care of you. Love you lots. Bye-bye now.